People that know me know how important the importance I place in the feet and standing on your feet and getting them to be the strong foundation that they are supposed to be. So people just don't want to think about them. They just want to be down there and take you where you want to go, and people don't think about their feet until, all of a sudden they hurt. And so my whole thing is, don't wait till they hurt, because they will eventually. Just learn simple tools to take care of your feet, just like you take care of every other part of your body. So I start with something called the walking test. So we're going to start with that test, and this is your test, your personal test. Doesn't matter what anybody else's test is. It helps you to see which part of your feet that you work, which ones you don't work, okay? So just start with your knees aside. Start with your feet parallel. And just take one heel forward. And can you go to the outside of that heel and press all your weight into that outside of that foot? Press it down into the floor. Can you lower your little toe? Your fourth, your third, your second, your first. Can you press all 5 toes down into the floor? Make sure that knee is not coming beyond the big toe. Take the next heel forward. Go to the outside of that heel. Bend your knee. Get all of your weight into that outer foot. Can you lower? 5th toe, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Can you press all 5 toes strongly to the floor? Can you pick up that back heel? Can you roll through the ball of the foot into all 5 toes and bring that heel forward? Take that weight to the outer heel. Bend your knee, get all of your weight on that outer foot. Lower 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Press all 5 toes to the floor. Lift up that back heel. Roll through the ball of the foot into all 5 toes and step that back foot forward. And go to your outer heel. And bend your knee, get all your weight on that outer foot. Lower 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Press all 5 toes down with strength and pick up that back heel and roll through the ball of the foot into the toes and step forward. So that is your personal walking test. Gives you an idea, gives you a readout of which part of your foot you can use, which part you can't. Can you get each toe down one at a time or not yet? And as we do this class, this 1-hour class, you're going to see how quickly your feet can improve. Okay, so I recommend using the walking test throughout the day. When you take your shoes off, walk your shoes out of your feet by just doing 5 minutes of this to get every part of your foot moving. Now we're going to start with the next thing that I call the power stance. And this helps you to find the position that fully supports the whole body upright with less effort. Okay, so you're going to, if you use a piece of the plank of wood and line up one whole foot perfectly straight from the heel out to the little toe. And get all of your weight out there. Stand, just worry about that foot. Get your hip out a little more. Get your hip out a little bit more so you're exaggerating, getting all of the weight into the outer foot. So this is called waking up the bones. As you wake up the bones of the outer foot, it starts to send off a release up through the bones, up your leg, up to your hip. So just stay here. Breathe. Put some more weight out into that hip. Stay there. Wake up the bones. And I want you to press the 5th toe down, the 4th toe, the 3rd, the second, the first. Press all 5 toes down and just stand strong on that side. And just see what happens. Just see how much more solid you are through that whole side. Now, don't lose that side, but let's go over and line up the second side. So use a plank of wood if you have, otherwise just make a straight line from the outer heel out that pinky toe and get all of your weight on that foot. Get your hip out more. Stay there. Breathe. Just impact the bones on the outer foot, which sets off the release all the way up the long bones of your leg, of your thigh, up into your hip. Get the hip out even more. Stay here. Breathe. Get the hip out even a little bit more. And now lower. 5th toe, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Press all 5 toes down. Feel that whole side as the toes are pressing down and you're standing on the outside, how it supports your body on this side upright. And now bring your weight back to the center. And get all 10 toes pressing down into the floor as your weight is on the outside of your feet. And just take some deep breaths here. Just let this feeling go through your body. And know that this is the position that you want to keep bringing yourself back to throughout the day. If you catch yourself during the day with one foot turned out or one foot in front, whatever your common pattern is, bring yourself back to this power stance, and it'll immediately bring your energy back. It'll improve your posture, and it'll get you mindful in your feet. Okay, so now you've got the walking test. You've got the power stance. The next part of the foot that you need to wake up is your heels. So first let's do it without a prop. So I want you to take one heel forward, and I want you to just press it into the floor, like you were trying to smash something, squash something down into the floor. So just press your heel down and then make it circular. Like you're just really squashing something fully into the floor. So make it clockwise, go all the way in one direction, pressing down, smashing whatever it is that you're smashing, and then go the opposite way, press down and go in the other direction, and just really roll all the way through, just press all the way around your heel. And now just go to the outer heel and just press forward and take it back to the outer back heel and press forward along that outer heel and bring it back and press forward and bring it back. And now go to the inner back heel and press forward and bring it to the back and press forward along that inner heel and bring it back, and do it again, press forward and bring it back, and come back into your power stance and see what that did. So stimulating your heel, what just happened? So your weight goes back into your heel, your whole body weight shifts more backwards, which means you're not having your body weight forward. The weight's not into the ball of the foot and toes. So you're standing on your heel more firmly now. So let's do that on the other side. Step the other heel forward and just press down into the center heel like you're trying to smash something into the floor. And then go in a circle. Just try to press all the way around. Really pressing and smashing whatever you're smashing into the floor. And just keep pressing it. And you could take it all the way around, trying to smash around in one direction. And then go in the opposite direction, circular pressing into your heel. It's always more easy to do one foot than the other foot. Feel less coordinated on one side than the other. Always, that's normal. And go to the outer heel in the back and press forward along that outer heel. And take it back again and press into the back heel and take it forward. And do it again. Go to the outer back heel and press forward. And do it again. Take it to the outer back heel and press forward. And now do the inner back heel and press forward. And pick up the toes, go to the inner back and press through that inner heel. And do it again. Take it to the inner back and press through that inner heel. And do it again. Press and roll forward along that inner heel. And come back in to your power stance, standing strong on the outer foot. And just feel what that did. So having both heels turned on takes your whole body more upright. There's no weight forward in your body. You're standing strong on your heels. Just feel how it makes you breathe better too. Okay, so here's your next lesson is when you stand on your heels, that's your foundation. That's where you begin to move forward from. So stand in your heels, weight in your heels, and transfer your weight forward towards your toes. And now shift your weight backwards into your heels. And go to the outer back heels and shift your weight forward into your little toes. And shift your weight backwards to your outer heels. And go to your inner heels and shift your weight forward to your big toe and second toe. And shift your weight backward to your inner heel. So I want you to just get that sense of that you start in your heels and you transfer weight forward. Okay, so if you have a posture where you're normally having your weight forward, that's where you're beginning your steps from. So it's really important to be able to find your heels. So you can also do heel stimulation using the foot wakers or the foot savers. So you can lean your back against the wall. And have your center heel right up on top. And inhale, pick up your toes. Pick up the ball of the foot. Bend your knees so that you press in the front of your heel, middle heel, all the way back. And inhale and exhale and press into the back of your heel, the middle heel, the front, and bring the ball of the foot and toes down. Press. And pick up the toes, pick up the ball of the foot, press into the front, middle, all the way back on your center line of your heels. Inhale Exhale, press into the back, middle, front. Stretch the ball of the foot and toes down. Now turn your feet on their sides. So this is not where you would be standing ever. Okay, this is an exaggeration. So we're going to wake up the outer heel. So pick up the toes and rock the heels so that you're all the way to the outer back of your heel. And bend your knee and rock forward along that outer heel. Bring your toes down. And pick up your toes and rock to the outer back heel. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees and rock forward to your little toe. And inhale, pick up the little toe. Press into the front, middle, back of that outer heel. And inhale. Exhale, press into the back, middle, front. Reach with those little toes. And now do the inner side. So just step out. So don't bring your knees in. So pick up those toes. Pick up the ball of the foot. Bend your knees so that you're pressing in the inner front, middle, all the way back of the heel. Inhale. Exhale, press into the inner back heel, middle, front. Bring the ball, the foot and toes down. Inhale, pick up the toes. Pick up the ball of the foot. Press to the inner heel, front, middle, back. Inhale, exhale, press into the back, middle, front. Bring the toes down and stand, come off. Again, stand in your power stance. So line up both feet, straight line the outer foot, and just feel that. So again, that's another variation that takes you so you're standing on your heel. Okay, so now we're going to work on developing the outer foot. So very often people think that my whole education is about using the outer foot, teaching you how to walk only through your outer foot. And it's not true. So part of what we're doing here is we're teaching you that to use it because most people never do. And once you can access your outer foot, that means that then you can begin to integrate it into using the rest of working with the whole foot. Okay, so I want you to take one foot forward and just press down and just lower your outer foot to the floor. So say that you had plantar fasciitis or you had a bunion where you kept walking off that big toe. So you would practice only walking through that outer foot. So go from your outer heel, bend your knee, press into that outer foot, lowering your fifth and fourth toes, and take your other heel forward. Go to that outer foot, bend your knee, and press all your weight into that outer foot. And step forward, and get all of your weight to that outer foot, and just press into toes 4 and 5. So that helps you practice. So you can do that when you're training yourself to start to wake up your outer foot. That is a way that you can mix up your normal walking, the walking test, and just training you to get to use that outer foot. Now, here's a way to strengthen it. So take one foot in front. Have your feet parallel. Pick up the heel. So get your weight to the outer heel. Pick up your heel and transfer your weight to that outer ball of foot. And really lean forward. Press your weight into that outer ball of foot. And then push down at that point. Come back along that outer foot, back to center heel. And then do that again. Take your weight to that outer foot. Pick up your heel. Press all your weight into that outer ball of foot. Then push down at that point. Come back along that outer foot. back to center heel. And do that again. Get your weight to the outer foot. Pick up your heel. Press all of your weight to that outer ball foot. Push down at that point and slowly lower the foot back to center heel. And do it again. Get your weight to the outer heel. Pick up your heel. Press all of your weight into that outer ball foot. Push down into the outer ball foot. Come back along that outer foot, back to center heel. And do one more. Take your weight to that outer foot. Pick up the heel. Press all your weight into that outer ball foot. And then push down there. Come back along that outer foot, back to center heel. And just stand back in your power stance. Line up the outer foot. And just feel what that did. Okay, so when you repeat that 5 times, it makes you that much stronger, and it makes you aware of that outer ball of foot. Okay, so that's a point where most people don't use their foot. So now you can feel you're standing stronger. Press all 5 toes down. Feel that awareness in that outer ball of foot with the 5 toes stretched down. Step forward with the other foot. Get your weight to the outer heel. Pick up your heel. Get all of your weight into that outer ball of foot. Push down at that outer ball of foot. Come back along that outer foot, back to center heel. Do it again. Get your weight to that outer heel. Pick up your heel. Press all of your weight into that outer foot. Push down into that outer ball of foot. Come back along the outer edge, back to center heel. Do it again. Get your weight to the outer heel, to the outer foot. Pick up the heel. Press all of your weight into that outer ball of foot. Push down at that point. Come back along the outer foot, back to center heel. Do that again. Get your weight to that outer heel. Pick up the heel. Press to that outer ball foot. Push down there. Come back along that outer foot, back to center heel. And do it again. Get your weight to that outer heel. Pick up the heel. Press to that outer ball foot. Stay there. And push down at that point. Come back along the outer foot, back to center heel. Come back into your power stance. Find your outer foot, line it up strong. Press all 10 toes down into the floor and feel that work. So you've activated the outer ball of foot. Okay, now let's see what that looks like when you're standing up on the wakers. So take these just in front of your heels. And just, again, turn your feet on their side so that, again, you're not standing. This is not where you stand, but this is to exaggerate and wake up your outer foot. So drop those heels to the floor. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees, get your weight here, and pick up the heels and start to rock your little toes forward. This will be a little painful. Pick up the little toes and rock backwards. When you start with the wakers, you might want to wear socks or put a towel over them. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and rock forward. Let the weight go to the little toes. And pick up the little toes and drop your heels backwards. And inhale and exhale and bend your knees and rock forward. And then rock backwards. Step backwards so that you're completely between the outer ball of foot and the heel. And you're turning your long bone under. Okay, so you're really training yourself to turn this bone. Okay, very often it flattens to the floor, which then means that you can't use it, and you can't help build your arch with it. So go over to one side a little bit and press there, and then lean over to the other side and press there, and drop your heels. Inhale, exhale, pick up those heels and start to rock forward, bringing your little toes towards the floor, but they won't touch. And take your heels back towards the floor. And do it again. Bend your knees and let your toes come forward, your little toes. And rock backwards towards the heel. And then step backwards. So you're on your outer ball of foot. So, as you're on your outer ball of foot, you're going to feel your calves start to really stretch. Go over to one side and just bend your knee. And just press into that outer ball of foot. Just stay there. See how much your knee can bend. Stay there. Breathe. Try to keep the heel on the floor. Don't let it turn in. And just keep bending that knee. Feeling the stretch in the back of the leg and in the ankle. And straighten back up. And go over to the other side and bend the knee. Stay there. Bend the knee a little more. It's always one side that's a little bit easier than the other. Stay there. And breathe. And straighten the knee up. And try to bend both together. Stay there. Breathe. And straighten. Now inhale, exhale. Press the outer ball of foot down and pick up the heels. And bend your knees and press your outer ball of foot down and stand up super strong, super tall. And don't let your heels go in, don't let your heels go out. Keep them straight. Inhale, lengthen your torso up, and exhale, pull those heels straight back down to the floor. And do it again. Inhale, exhale, press down with the ball of the foot, pick up the heels. Inhale, exhale, press down and pick up those heels more. Inhale, lengthen the whole front of your body. Exhale, pull those outer heels straight back. Do it again. Press down with the ball of the foot. Pick up your heels as high as you can. And exhale and pull those heels straight back. And one more time. Press down with the ball of the foot. Pick up the heels. Lift your chest as high as you can. And exhale and pull those heels straight back. And step off. And again, line up, find your power stance. Line up the straight line, the outer foot. Activate, find your heels. Press the toes down. And just see what that work just did. See how you feel the outer foot. You might not have been aware of it before, but you can feel that you're standing on it. It's more active, it's more alive, and it connects you. Heels, get your weight in your heels, get your weight in your outer feet. Now press all 5 toes down. When you look down, what you see is an arch, okay? So that you're learning that you build your arch from your outer foot. Okay, now we're going to do the middle line of the foot. Step back on, so you're just in front of the heel center. So I want you to just lean over to one side and let yourself mold your foot around the waker. And then go over to the other side and let that outer foot drop around the waker. And bring it back to center. And drop your heels backwards. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees so that you're pressing just in front of the heel. Inhale, exhale. I want you to start to press and mold your foot straight forward. Try to bring the toes towards the floor. And inhale, pick up your toes. And exhale, press and mold backwards. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and start to press and mold your toes forward. Mold your foot around the wafers straight forward. And pick up your toes and press and mold straight backward. And step back so you're really in the middle of your foot, right in the center of it. And drop your heels backwards. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and start to press and mold your foot forward. Bring those toes down. So just don't flip your feet quickly. So really think about molding and getting movement through the foot. So pick up your toes and slowly press and mold backwards. And inhale and exhale. Bend your knees and start to press and mold your foot forward around the wafers. Pressing the toes down. And pick up your toes and press and mold and bring your heels towards the floor. And inhale and exhale and press and mold and mold your foot around the wafers. Press those toes down and pick up the toes and mold and press and take those heels towards the floor. And now press back, bring your heels to the floor. So you've got the center of the ball of the foot straight up. So go over to one foot and start to bend that knee. Stay there. Stay there. Keep the heel straight back. And straighten that leg. And go over to the other side and bend the knee. Stay there. Bend. Press. And straighten up. And now bend both knees. Stay there. Breathe. Bend both knees a little more if you can. And straighten up. And inhale. And exhale. And press down with the ball of the feet. Pick up your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Press down with the ball of the feet. Pick up your heels higher. Lift your chest. Stand as tall as you can. And exhale and pull your heels straight back. And do that again. Press the ball of the foot down. Pick up the heels. And press the ball of the foot. Pick up the heels more. Inhale and lengthen up super long. And exhale and pull those heels straight back. And inhale and push down with the ball of the foot. Pick up the heels. Inhale. Lift your whole torso up as high as you can. Lift those heels as high as you can. And pull those heels straight back. And do it again. Press down with the ball of the foot. Pick up the heels. Now transfer your weight to the outer ball of foot. And back to the center. And now transfer to the outer ball of foot. Come back along that outer foot. Back to center heel. And step off. And stand in your power stance. Line up the outer foot, both outer feet. Once you've got that, press all 5 toes down, stand in your heels, and see what happens when you wake up the middle line of your foot. See how your whole body just keeps lifting up. You just keep getting better posture. Your energy just keeps getting better. So you've got your heels, find your weight in your heels, Find your way to your outer foot. Now press all 10 toes down and see how strong and more upright your whole body becomes. So now we've got the inner foot. So you're going to put that, you're going to make sure that the wakers are on the inside edge of your foot, so just in front of your heel. So this is usually the edge of the foot that's the most painful. It's usually where we drop a lot of people drop their weight into that inner side. So it's an important one to understand how to work. So when we started, I'm going to do it a little bit faster because we've got to wake it up, but we also, it needs more time, it needs more work before it can start to actually hold its own strength. So here we go. So you're going to pick up the heels and rock backwards. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to reach and wrap forward. Bring the big toe and second toe down, press. Inhale, pick up the toes. Bend your knees, get your weight just in front of the heel. And rock backwards towards your heels. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to bend your knees and rock forward. Press your toes down. Inhale, you're going to pick up those toes, lean forward, and then rock backwards to your heels. Now step backwards so that you're between the first joint of the big toe and your heel. So I want you to lean over to one side and really wrap the whole foot around the waker and bring it back to center. And lean all the way over to the other side. And then the knee comes center and it grips in a little bit. So to work the inner side, you never want to bring those knees in. You want to keep those ankles nice and strong. You don't want them dropping in. So you can just grip in a little bit with your inner thighs to keep your body weight right on that inner side. So drop your heels backwards. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, and you're going to slowly start to mold forward, pressing big toe and second toe down. And then pick up big toe and second toe. Keep your weight forward as you mold backwards, bringing your heels back down. And inhale and exhale and bend your knees and start to mold your foot forward. Bring your big toe and second toe down. And inhale, pick up the big toes and second toes and slowly mold backwards towards your heels. And do it again. Inhale and exhale and bend your knees and mold your foot forward. Bring your big toes and second toes down. And pick up your toes and mold backwards. And step backwards. So now you've got the ball of the foot in line with your big toe and second toe, straight up. Right on top of the wakers. And you can see how, I want you to right away start to mold your outer ball of foot around the wakers. So you're training your arches. Okay, so that you're molding your foot so that you can begin to form molding your foot forward, molding your foot from the outside to the inside. Now go over to one side and bend your knee. Stay there. Breathe. Press there. Bend the knee more. And straighten it up. And go over to the other side. Bend your knee. Bend your knee more. Bend your knee more. And straighten up. And bend both knees. And just let both sides press. Stay there and breathe. Feel, let the ankles stretch, let the calf stretch. And straighten up. And inhale and exhale and press down with the ball of the foot. Pick up the heels. Inhale, exhale, press down and lift your heels as high as you can. Inhale, lift your whole torso up. And exhale, pull those heels straight back. And do it again. Press the ball of the foot down, pick up the heels. Inhale, lift and lengthen up. Whole body up. Exhale, pull those heels straight down. And do it again. Inhale, press the ball of the foot down. Pick up the heels as high as you can. And exhale and pull those heels straight back. And do it one more time. Press the ball of the foot down. Stand up as tall as you can. Now transfer your weight to the outer ball of foot. And then bring it back to the inner. And do it again. Press the inner, the middle, the outer. Come back along that outer foot back to center heel. And stand. Go back into your power stance. Line up that outer foot perfectly straight. Lean back into your heels. Press all 5 toes down. Take 2 or 3 breaths. And just tune into your feet and see how they feel. What have you built? Can you feel how the whole bottom of your foot is lighter? There's less of your body weight plopping down into your feet. As you press those toes down, your whole torso comes more and more and more upright. Okay, so now, there's 2 more parts of the feet that I want you to begin to waken up. So one is called your transverse arch. So that's the part of your foot, right where the toes connect to these each long bone connects to the toe. Okay, so where they bend, that's your transverse arch. So your transverse arch takes you from the outer to the inner, or it takes you from your heel through to all 5 toes. So here's an exercise in waking up the ball of the foot. So the idea is that you want to be light on the ball of the foot so that you can actually move through it. If all of your weight is down into the ball of the foot, you can't access it. Just take 1 foot forward. Keep the feet parallel. Pick up the heel. So I want you to press into the 5th. So right at the point where the joint bends, press 5th, press 4th, press 3rd, press 2nd. So I'm pressing 2nd, pressing 1st. Now I'm going to press into 1st, press down into 2nd, press 3rd, press 4th, press 5th. Then I'm going to go into 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Then I'm going to press 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And I'm going to press into 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. I'm going to do it one more time. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And come back into my power stance to see what did that do. So line up your outer foot, find your heels, press all 5 toes, all 10 toes down. So what feels different on that foot? Can you feel how it's lighter in that transverse arch, in the ball of the foot? Can you feel how it almost as though you feel that you have more padding now that you've done that? And let's do that on the other side. So take the other foot forward, pick up the heel, bend your knee, press into just gonna press into each point where that first joint of each toe bends. So press into the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, press 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, press 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, press 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, press 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, press 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Do it one more time. Press 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and come back into your power stance. Both outer feet lined up, straight. Weight into your heels. Press all 10 toes down. And just feel what that did as you woke up the ball of the foot. And now I want you to do another exercise in rolling through the ball of the foot. So this time we're going to work with the back foot. So feet stay parallel. You're going to pick up that back heel. And right away when you pick up that back heel, your body lifts up. When that happens, you're rolling through that ball of foot. And as you bend your knees, I want you to press all 5 toes down to the floor. Now I want you to roll through the entire ball of foot and come back to your heel. Lean back into that back foot. Do it again. Pick up that heel. Right away you lift up. Now you roll through that ball of the foot. Bend your knee. Press all 5 toes to the floor. And then pull straight back. Lower that heel to the floor. Shift your weight backwards. Pick up that back heel. That takes you to the ball of the foot. Now you're transferring your weight through the ball of the foot to the toes. Pressing all 5 toes down. And then rolling back to that heel. Lean back into that heel, into that leg. Pick up that back heel. Lift yourself up as you roll to the ball of the foot. Bend your knee. Press all 5 toes to the floor and roll back through. Bring that heel straight back. Lean back. Do it one more time. Pick up that back heel. Roll through the ball of the foot. Bend your knee. Press all 5 toes. And now roll back through the ball of the foot to the heel. Stand in power stance. See what that just added on that side. Can you feel how the ball of the foot's hardly touching? It's your whole bottom of your foot is getting lighter and lighter. Okay, so let's do that on the other side. So start with your feet parallel. Lean back. Lean back into that back leg. Pick up that back heel. Right away you lift. Start to roll forward through the ball of the foot. Bend that knee. Press all 5 toes down. Now pull straight back to the heel. Lean your body weight back. Pick up that heel. You lift. That takes you to the ball of the foot. Now you roll through the ball of the foot. Bend your knee. Press all 5 toes down, get them activated. Roll back through the ball of the foot, back to the heel, lean back. Now pick up your heel. You get to the ball of the foot, you roll through it, you bend that knee, you press all 5 toes down. Now roll back through the entire ball of foot, back to your heel, lean back. And pick up that back heel and bend your knee and press all 5 toes down. And now roll back through the entire ball of foot, back to the heel, lean your body weight back. Pick up that back heel, takes you to the ball of your foot. Your body's lifted upward. Bend your knee as you roll through the ball of the foot to the toes. Press all 5 toes down. Roll back through to your heel. Bring your body weight back. And now pick up that back heel. Lift your whole body up. Roll through the ball of the foot, bend your knee, press all 5 toes down, and now pull straight back to your heel, lean back, and come back in to your power stance. And just stand there, feel super strong. Okay, now I want to add something so that you're activating your toes. So let's just quickly stretch and strengthen each toe using the sabers. They help you isolate each toe. So try to just get your little toes straight up. So you can bend over and you can try to straighten those toes. And inhale, exhale, press both 5th toes down with all your strength and let go. Inhale, exhale, press the left one, release. Inhale, exhale, press the right one, release. Now whichever side felt weaker, do that again 5 times. Inhale, exhale, press the weaker side, release. Inhale, exhale, press the weaker side, release. Inhale, exhale, press the weaker side, release. If you didn't feel a weaker side, press them both. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. 4th toes. So separate out your 5th toe and your 3rd toe. And inhale and exhale and press the 4th toes down with all your strength. And inhale and exhale, press the left one with all your strength, release. Inhale, exhale, press the right one with all your strength, release. Inhale, exhale, press whichever one was weaker, press it, press it, press it, release. Inhale, exhale, press that toe, whichever was weaker, release. Inhale, exhale, press it, release. Inhale, exhale, press. If they're both the same, press them both, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Middle toes. So separate out 4th toes and 2nd toes. And inhale and exhale. Press both toes down with all your strength. Release. Inhale. Exhale. Press the left with all your strength. Release. Inhale. Exhale. Press the right. Release. Whichever side was weaker, do several times more. Inhale, exhale, press, release, inhale, exhale, press, release, inhale, exhale, press, release, inhale, exhale, press, release, inhale, exhale, press, release. Second toes. So separate out third and first. Try to get it as straight up as you can. Inhale, exhale, press second toes with all your strength, release. Inhale, exhale, press the left, release. Inhale, exhale, press the right, release. Inhale, now press the weaker side. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. And if they feel equal, do them both. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Big toes. Place the big toes up, separate out the second toes. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press the left, release. Inhale, exhale, press the right, release. Now, if you've got a weaker side, do it more, otherwise do them both. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. Inhale, exhale, press, release. And stand in your power stance. Once you feel your toes able to press stronger into the floor, find your heels, find your outer foot, press all 10 toes down. See how much longer you feel, how much stronger. And I want to add one more piece for the toes, since we don't usually think about this. So I want you to just flip your toes, the tops of your feet towards the floor. Have your knees bent so that you're pressing, you're trying to flatten the front of your toes to the floor. And then straighten up the leg, lean into the back leg, so that'll stretch more. And do it again, bend your knees. And then straighten the legs up. Straighten that back leg, lean back, and bend your knees again. And do that again, straighten that back leg, lean back, press those toes, press, 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 and release. And do the other side. So do the other side, take the tops of your feet on the floor, lean back, bend your knee, and straighten the knee and lean back into that back leg. Press the toes against the floor and bend your knee. And do it again, straighten your leg, lean back. If it's painful against the floor, do it on a carpet or do it on a yoga mat. And bend your knee. And straighten your knee and lean back. Stay there. Breathe, stretch the tops of your toes. And one more time. Bend your knees and straighten and lean back. And come back into your power stance. And see what you've created today in your feet. So find the outer foot. Find the heel. See how you're standing in your heel strong? You're standing in the outer foot strong. You're standing in all 5 toes, all 10 toes strong. Take some big breaths there. Feel how more solid you feel in your feet. So you've just created that. In an hour, you've just created really solid foundation in your feet. And I just want to end with the walking test. So just take several steps just so that you can see how much better you are than when we did this when we started. Just take one heel forward. Go to that outer foot. Bend your knee, get all your weight on that outer foot. Lower fifth, fourth, third, second, first. Press those toes down. Pick up that back heel. Roll through the ball of the foot into the toes. Take that heel forward. Go to that outer foot. Bend your knee, get all your weight there. Can you lower fifth, fourth, third, second, first? Press all 5 toes down. Pick up that back heel, roll through the ball of the foot and toes. Bring that heel forward. Can you go to that outer foot? Can you lower fifth, fourth, third, second, first? Pressing those 5 toes down. Picking up that back heel. Rolling through the back ball of foot. Pressing those toes. Bringing it forward. So just see how much your improvement was after one time. And you can keep practicing this work at home and getting your feet better and better and better. And thank you for coming to foot class.